Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading forecast for May 6th to May 12th, 2019. This reading is going to be for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. So, Cancer, we're going to just go ahead and get into your reading. I've already shuffled the cards and laid out your spread. Please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. So, Cancer, your feelings and emotions are lonely, isolated, alienated, and friendless. So you're feeling lonely, you're feeling disconnected from others, or you are experiencing a particular disconnection from a particular someone, Cancer. Perhaps you may be feeling alienated by friends or by others, or perhaps you just are at a place where you feel that you don't have friends, or you may not actually have any friends. But your focus is the beauty queen. And this is either you, Cancer, or this is someone that you're dealing with. And with this beauty queen, this is about being a shining light, trying to live to your full potential inside and out. And this is someone who's trying to, or is behaving like they're winning. This is like someone that's having like a winning energy about them, a winning attitude, a winning spunk. So this is either you or someone you're dealing with. And so since you are feeling lonely, I feel like this is you dealing with someone that is a beauty queen that um, you may be feeling alienated from. And so the caution here is, Cancer, is that if someone is making you feel alienated or feel isolated or friendless or confused by their behavior and actions or even their non-actions, then it's probably because they're the ones that are confused or they're the ones with the issues. And so let them sit with their actions and their behavior for a while, and you focus on having fun and focus on making new connections and new friendships. You may even need to focus on um, disconnecting and ending the friendship with someone that's behaving like a beauty queen, like it's all about them, or that, um, them nurturing their connections and relationship with you is not important, or is a deliberate move for some reason. These are things to take into account, and you consider whether or not it's worth it to be involved with someone that you may feel is taking you for granted, causing you to feel lonely, or making you feel like you're not friends, or you may feel it's alienating you. Perhaps they're not a friend at all. So, Cancer, your theme is the diplomat, which is also the Page of Swords. And so this is about communication and what you're considering. And I feel with this being your theme, this is about you needing to be logical and honest, and you being more curious about what's going on around you. Now, it's possible you could receive some information that could be challenging or that could affect your plans or cause delays. Or you could receive communication that is some form of truth that's delivered, but delivered without any tact. Or this could be you needing to deliver truth or looking to deliver truth and perhaps being tactless or impulsive um, in your quest to be honest. So the caution here with the Page of Swords or this um, the diplomat is just that, is to be mindful of how you communicate, and perhaps with more focus on having a diplomatic approach where you're using tact um, in how you choose to speak your truth or be honest with who you're choosing to convey what you want to say to. And so, what you need to focus on, Cancer, is you have the domestic, or you have domestic, which is also the Queen of Pentacles. And this is what you need to focus on. And with this about being what you need to focus on, there may be a need for you to focus on being more thoughtful and creative, warm and sensible. And so if you're the one that's being the beauty queen, because you may be feeling lonely, and so you may be feeling isolated or alienated or friendless, and so you're focused on acting like a beauty queen and shining, that's cool. But if it's in an effort to retaliate, so to speak, and alienate right back, I mean, I don't know how that's serving anything. You might want to revisit that and really look at what really is a proper action in resolving the issue, because then that's like, fucking tit for tat. And so that's, sandbox shit. It's kidding. Stop. Be practical in your approach, and, be sensible. um, there may be a need for you to make time for those around you. If this is you being the beauty queen, if this is you feeling lonely, you may be the one need to make time for others and slow down with your winning your winning attitude. You're having a winning attitude and you trying to shine, and you trying to live life to the fullest. That's great. But if it's finding you being lonely, then you might want to reassess how you're going about that, and focus on, taking a more sensible approach and deal with your challenges in a more kind and understanding manner. Or, hopefully you can have that reciprocated with this energy. And the other energy that you need to focus on is structure, which is representative of the Emperor. And so with this energy here, there's just a need for you to have more organization and be more logical and have more structure and discipline, and maybe even have more leadership around the things that need more stability or structure, or need to be managed better or brought under more control. You may need to take more responsibility in a situation um, that you are dealing with, where you're experiencing a measure of loneliness, where you're not happy, Cancer. And so, Cancer, let's take a look at some of the energies that are supporting you with what you're dealing with in your week. You had 3 cards that fell out. And so these are the energies that are support. Oh, 2 cards. Sorry. You had 2 cards that fell out. And so the first is intellect. And this is the energy that is supporting you, Cancer. And with this energy of intellect, this is about you being supported with the ability to be logical and rational, and to come up with solutions, and being detached from your emotions, and not letting emotions cloud your judgment, but to be sensible and reasonable and come up with what is fair and right and good. So this is the energy supporting you, intellect. And the other energy that is supporting you, Cancer, is you have the energy of faith. And with faith here supporting you, this is about basically, being able to let go and let God. This is about having the trust that everything will work out for the best. This is about your ability to surrender to a higher power. This is your ability to trust. This is your ability to receive divine messages, angelic messages, or messages from, whatever it is that is your belief or that you have faith in. But this is about you having faith and hope and trust that everything will work out for the best, no matter how things seem to be. And this energy of faith is supporting you, your ability to have faith and be strong in your faith. So, Cancer, let's now take a look at the energies you're dealing with in your week. And so the energy surrounding you that is your focus is you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So this is you working hard, needing to pay attention to detail. This is you working hard to consider something or to bring something to rest that's been on your mind or that you've been meditating on. But you're working hard. You're very busy with trying to bring something to rest, Cancer, that you're working on. And so your situation is you have the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And so with this energy, you're looking to have some sort of movement. You're looking to take action and have movement that allows you to have emotional fulfillment, or that has movement for your family. Now also, this could be with regard to a move, a physical move to a new location, a new residence, where your situation is you're focusing on moving your family to another location with the Knight of Wands. Now also with the Knight of Wands, Cancer, you could be involved with someone who is embodying the Knight of Wands energy. And the caution with this energy of the Knight of Wands is you want to be careful that as you are dealing with or interacting with someone who is the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is someone who's an in and out person. 1 minute they're there, the next minute that they're gone. 1 minute they say they're going to be there and then they're not, or they show up whenever they feel like it. And so you want to be mindful with this being your situation, about whether or not you should be dealing with someone in this energy and how they may affect your emotional fulfillment, or as it relates to, how they affect your family situation. Because this may be someone who's impulsive or reckless and doesn't really have the proper consideration and care towards you and your feelings or towards your family. And so that's something to consider or think about if this is what's going on, or this could be you doing this. But the caution with the Knight of Wands is that this here is an energy that comes as fast as it comes in, it goes back out. And so do you want that kind of person, or do you want to be that kind of person that is unreliable, who's not going to be there, who's just going to show up whenever they want to? And that kind of person affect you where you don't have the emotional fulfillment from being involved with that person, and your family be subject to that kind of behavior. So, just something to consider. But also the caution with the Knight of Wands is that this is an energy where you want to be careful not to be reckless or impulsive or too hasty in your actions and behaviors, with the focus on trying to have movement in a situation. You want to make sure that you're being reasonable and your instincts are intact, that you're being prudent and patient, and that you're being resilient but having a measure of self-control and operating from a place of personal power and emotional strength. in order to see progress or for progress to even happen. And make sure that, you're not arrogant, or who you're dealing with is not arrogant. Now, what's on your mind, Cancer, is you have the Emperor and the Hangman. So, what's on your mind here with these energies is you may be focused on how to look at something logically, take leadership, take control, take responsibility. You may be trying to look at how to take authority in a situation, how to manage something, create more stability, or organize a situation in order to bring it into being stuck, or in order to bring it into some sort of stagnation. But, or in order to get control of some sort of frustration you may be experiencing. Also, with this energy, you may be trying to get something under control in order to try to release it, to let it go. You may be trying to be emotionally strong and have wisdom in a situation. This may be you trying to get control of a situation to bring it into delays or something being on hold. Or to do something from a logical, enlightened perspective. And so, how you see yourself is you have the Three of Swords and the in Judgment. So you're looking at how to recover from disappointment, from some form of suffering or sadness or hurt or pain or betrayal or mistreatment or misunderstanding in communication, or some breakdown in communication. Or you may be looking to recover from some sort of a three-party situation where you're looking to see how to create a second chance for yourself, liberate yourself, and separate yourself from a situation. You may be trying to heal and have some sort of renewal. You may be trying to make a decision that allows you to experience healing in a situation, or allows you to separate yourself from a situation. But this is also you possibly being too critical on yourself or too judgmental upon yourself as it relates to a three-party situation or your interaction with others, and some sort of disappointment that you are experiencing or upset, and you feeling judged, or you are experiencing being judged by others as a result, and maybe looking to try to heal from it or move away from it to restore some sort of measure of emotional fulfillment. This could be occurring at the hands of family or relationship or friendship. Now, where you're at in the recent past is you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So in the recent past, you were able to perhaps initiate a new practical approach that allowed you to move on from a conflict or situation where you were dealing with issues with others or within your mind, and you were able to resolve it and have peace of mind and move on from it in the recent past. Or in the recent past, you were able to manifest or create a new resource, or perhaps a new friend, or something practical that was useful to you in the recent past that allowed you to move away from conflict and have peace of mind in the recent past, Cancer. Where you're at right now is you have the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups. And so with this energy, you may be trying to recover or see how you can recover through trying to successfully achieve and accomplish something, and perhaps through the cooperation and support of others. But there's a need for you to try to focus on what you can salvage or restore. But you may be experiencing being unhappy by something or by relationships with others, where you may not feel supported, or you may not feel like celebrating or having fun with, or you feel like they don't want to have fun or celebrate with you. But there's a need for you to focus on how to heal this upset, this sadness, and not cry over spilled milk. And so your challenge is the Ace of Swords and the Fool. And with this energy, Cancer, your challenge is you gaining clarity in a situation, or perhaps needing to communicate or have some sort of breakthrough where you have a new beginning, or maybe you're looking to try to be more careful, or perhaps you are having challenges with your instincts or responsibility in a situation, or perhaps you're having challenges with feeling naive or some sort of rebellion around the situation. But you are having challenges perhaps with clarity and the ability to consider how to carefully address the situation or to go in a new direction. Now in the future, you have the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. And with this energy, this is about getting control of your thoughts, being logical, being clever, being intelligent in your communication, being firm but fair, and coming up with a strategy and plan to cut away what no longer serves you, and to initiate a plan of action that allows you to respond and take action that allows you to have a new path open up to you, or to go into a new direction with that Page of Wands. It is also possible in the future that you come up with a plan where you cut away any immature, impulsive behavior and attitudes of others that direct this at you, or you cut away any impulsive, immature behavior or actions or attitudes that you may be harboring within yourself that you may want to act on. And instead, you take control of your thoughts and you decide to respond from a more intellectual, clear-minded, logical point of view, and detach from your emotions. Now, it's also possible, Cancer, that in the future you may receive communication from a professional or someone in authority where you may need to respond or you're required to respond. And you may be trying to consider what response to give or how to go about responding. But how you are being seen, Cancer, is you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. And so you're being seen as someone who's independent, possibly single, who's grounded, who is capable. Also, with this Nine of Pentacles, someone who has their shit together. You may be being seen as someone who's experiencing gain, or you may be seen as someone who is single-handedly taking the responsibility through practical measures and actions to see what you can gain in the situation through the actions that you take by being calculated in your strategy and logic and being precise and being clever and cutting away what doesn't serve you. And so be mindful with the Knight of Swords that you are not being reckless or too hasty, and that you are not being ruthless in your methods, in your interest to gain in a situation. There could be a focus on money or work that you could be taking action with. But you are being seen as someone who's able to take action and is able to gain what you need in a situation through the actions and logic that you implement, Cancer. And so what's going on within you, Cancer, is you have the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. And so this is you trying to heal from discontentment, perhaps depression and sadness, but not being happy with the way things are. This is you possibly focused on trying to be more creative or be creative about trying to seize or create opportunities, not miss any opportunities. It's possible that you may be dealing with news or message that leaves you feeling discontented, unhappy. But this being your feelings and emotions, you are focused on trying to heal from the things that you will feel sad or unhappy by, or depressed by, or discontented. And you're trying to create the more opportunities for yourself. Now your outcome, Cancer, is you have this Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. And so the Knight is the slowest knight of the knights, but the Knight is very determined. The Knight will get the job done. The Knight is very methodical, reasonable, a planner, a doer. A doer is very helpful. The Knight of Pentacles is determined to figure out what needs to happen, what needs to get done, and complete what needs to get done. And so this is you very determined and focused on your plans and your methods and being creative in doing so, Cancer, and working hard and being very busy at having success and taking care of what needs to get done with the focus of getting whatever needs to get done completed. This also may be you focus on your money and finances and working on your money and finances and coming up with a plan around your money and finances, where it's time for you to be more focused and practical. There may be a need for you to pay attention to detail so that you don't miss anything or overlook anything. You may be focused on some form of apprenticeship, but this is you determined to do the work and to work hard to achieve what you want in your situation, whether this is to do with money or whatever this is around for you in your physical world, and you trying to do so by a practical means and remaining true to the cause and obtaining the desired result. Now, the caution with the Knight of Pentacles is that you want to be careful not to be too stubborn or inflexible and rigid. And it is possible that you may be trying to focus on working hard to have movement in a situation that may be stuck. And there may be a need for you to be patient with what you're working on and trying to build or create. There may be a need for you to receive help or assistance with what you're working on, or to be of more help and assistance to what is being worked on, Cancer. And so you may be trying to build your money and finances, but there's something that you are working hard to build here. And you're very determined to build it. And so, Cancer, let's take a look at what your guidance is. You have two cards. You have the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation. A challenging beginning. That is your guidance. So with this energy, focus on having clarity. Continue to produce brilliant new ideas and inspirations. And make sure that you're seeing the truth in every situation. And understand that whatever you are embarking upon, the beginning of it could be challenging. But even though challenging, be prepared to work hard on overcoming the challenge and staying diligent and determined. Your other guidance is the Ten of Fire, which is the Ten of Wands. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. Didn't I mention that you may need to receive help from others? And so with this energy being your guidance, there's a need for you to have more balance with what you're working on, or how much energy that you are using with the things that you're giving attention to. Your life may be out of balance, and there's a need for you to bring balance into your life and balance your energies so that you can focus on healing. There is a need for you to do things more sensibly, using more proper measure with your aims, being more self-controlled. There's a need for you to get more rest. There's a need for you to focus on how to heal stress-related health concerns by doing things that relieve your stress through allowing yourself to be assisted by others and delegating some of the responsibilities that you are dealing with and working with, because you have two Eight of Pentacles, which is you being very busy. You're doing too damn much, Cancer. And this is not serving you. This is causing stress-related health concerns for you. And so there's a need for you to focus on self-care and healing yourself. There's a need for you to rest. And there's a need for you to have some sort of rejuvenation and heal. And take that seriously and be smart about it. And sometimes you have to lay your burdens down and just have faith that things are going to work out no matter what. Because you know what? You can't get shit done if you're down for the count, right? So focus on maintaining your health and strength so that you can stay in the game. Before you overdo some shit that ends up having you out of control and you're forced out of the game. And then what was it all for? Create more structure in your world and in your circumstances so that you have more energy. And this perhaps could be why you may be feeling lonely and isolated. You might be overworked, doing too much, because you're so focused on trying to win. Focused on trying to work hard to have and live your life to the fullest, so that you can get to live your life to the fullest. Well, the goal is to get to live your life to the fullest. So don't work so hard that you skip that step because you done fucked around and got out of balance and tripped yourself up because you were being imprudent and you didn't have any discipline and you depleted your energy and you became out of harmony with yourself and unstable and out of balance and find yourself in need of care. To what level? You shouldn't want to find out if you choose to deal with it now and address your self-care needs. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.